Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here on the DragonForge SMP server with your host, me, Wintertooth100. And if you missed the end of the last episode, then you don't know that Mrs. Tooth and I got sick with that one little thing that I don't want to talk about because I don't want my channel to suffer with the ill effects of that. Yeah, we got sick, and that's part of why I haven't been uploading any videos so much lately. But I figured this episode should be a lot of like off-camera work. It's mostly just gonna be setting up a lot of like the behind-the-scenes Redstone stuff for our Zelda-like dungeon. So it's kind of thinking I probably could end up doing a whole bunch of this episode because it doesn't require me to spend copious amounts of time on the interwebs. And here we got 5 of these Gantry carriages, and these are the ones that are going to let us have the sliding doors. Remember last episode we wanted to make all the doors and stuff? Well, I finally gonna do it, so we're gonna do it. I'm gonna need to craft up these guys, and I'm also gonna need to craft up a bunch of the little signal receiver thingies. If I can, right here, these guys, Redstone links. Because basically this is wireless redstone, right? You put an input in, and this wirelessly connects to something on the other side to get the input. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of wireless redstone. So we're going to make some brass sheets, and really that's mostly what this thing needs, just brass sheets. That's going to be super easy. So for every 2 we put in, we're going to get 1 thing out. So we need at least 10, right? Are we going to get, how many come out of it? Do we get 2? Oh, we do get 2. Wow, okay. Wow, this is going to be incredibly easy, isn't it? Yeah, so we just walk up to our, what's this called? Mechanical press dude. Just toss all those in, and he's gonna squish them up, and we're gonna have the plates, and that's pretty much the repeater thing's done, because redstone torches and logs, that's very easy. So back here in the temple, we are setting up our first gantry door, and I figured I'd show this one off because they're all gonna be basically identical. So effectively, I'm thinking they're just gonna be on the bottom, right? This is where it's gonna connect up. And it's exactly the same as upstairs for the big door upstairs. We have a water wheel right there, and we have a signal here. It's set to receiving as by the little white thing that shows up there. The white means this is a receiving signal. And basically, I think this should power this. We'll have to test it. The easiest way to test it is to grab another one of these redstone links and just set it down and then power it. So let's try it real quick, and if it is powered, this thing will move. So we're gonna set this down, and I figure that since anybody can make these and they're so easy, if everyone on the server chose a different frequency 1 block to always use, like I always use stone as my frequency 1, then as long as you change your frequency 2 to so you don't interact with your crusting your own signals, basically everyone on the server can use these things. They're freaking awesome. So I have the second frequency set to dirt because I don't have anything else set to dirt. So I just have to power this, which means something like a redstone torch, possibly. Let's try setting a torch down next to this and seeing if that powers it. Not sure if it will. So, okay, it does, and it does move. Perfect. Good. So we don't have to run like a repeater, or we don't have to have the red power actually facing the signal. So now if I remove this, is that going to send it back? Yeah, look at that. How cool. So we're going to be able to build this door on here now, and then we can move this thing. Something else that's kind of really neat about this particular type of system, this redstone link, is because we can make multiples of these set to this frequency that can all link up to this thing. I can have this in the dungeon, right? So when the player goes through and does their thing, it's all hunky-dory and it works. But I can also make like a control room, right? And in my control room can be master reset buttons. And so like once somebody comes through and does the dungeon, I don't have to walk through the entirety of the dungeon myself to fix it for the next player. I can go to the master room, push a single button, and it will send a signal to all of these redstone links, and they'll all get reset, which I think is going to make this really, really cool. Heck, I can even go so far as to like set up some kind of like, I don't know, tripwire hook or something that detects when the player exits out of the place, it's like, oh, so they've passed through the tripwire hook. That means they're done with the temple. Reset all the contraptions. So, these. So cool. Redstone Link is probably the best thing ever for Redstone, and this needs to be in real Minecraft. Alright, and with the door in place all super glued together, let's see if it moves. Perfect, look at that. You see a strip of the floor is also moving, because I realized there was a kind of an issue with the way it was set up, but look at that. That's looking good. I think for symmetry's sake, we might even go so far as to just mirror this on this side, right? Because these blocks aren't sticking, so we can have this look like it's a perfect mirror. There we go, just like that. And now it kind of looks like the door slides into there. And then, of course, for us to close it right now, we just push the button and it closes. Awesome. Yeah, so the floor, we had a little issue with the carriage is now literally under this block, and it goes back a certain amount of distance. So if we didn't super glue the floor together like this, we were going to end up with a hole right here and a hole right there. So to resolve having holes there, I just glued a strip together. So if we break out this block right here, there'll be nothing under that. So it's a perfect length of super glued together to make that work, to keep that connection. So I think that's really cool. Let's install them for the rest of the dungeon, and then we'll do a little walkthrough, and we might end up with kind of a shorter episode just because I'm not feeling super hot right now. It's mostly just I have a cough, and you notice I'm kind of editing around the cough, and my voice has a little gargliness to it because I'm phlegmy, so I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. That's my goal here. That couldn't have gone any smoother if I had hoped for it to go smoother. It was pretty fantastic. So we were just looking at this door, and I've left this one. I'm gonna state this right in the beginning, right? This floor still moves. I fixed that. The floor does not move for the rest of them, but it shouldn't matter too much anyway, because I don't think you'll actually be able to see doors opening and / closing if they do close, right? I don't think you're gonna be able to see those from like where you flip the switches, right? So like this door opens after you flip a switch in a room that is nowhere near here, right? So you effectively you need to understand that this door is closed when you're investigating this main room, and then when you do the thing and come back, hopefully you recognize that the door is now open. So building this decoration of this place is going to be really important, because I want the doors need to kind of stand out. They need to be almost contrasting colors to their immediate surroundings. That way when they're missing, it's very obvious that they're missing. And of course we can scale the difficulty that way in, you know, how much it blends if we really want to take it that far. So we're gonna go through these. This one's a door right here, right? And then that one over here is a door. So this guy's a door, and so these will slide open and closed. There is another couple of doors in this room, and I think this one's probably the most interesting, right? Because if we come up here and we look in this doorway right there, you can tell there's a portal. It's just mostly just, there's no reason to have the portal. It's just where I ended up building the room. The portal was necessary at that point. But there is a door right there. That little square in the ceiling, that actually, that slides open and closed. And then of course this right here is a door, so this door needs to open. And then there's a big final door, and I don't know if this is going to be all of the doors. So much doors in this episode. I don't know if this is going to be all of the doors, but there's that door up there as well. And then there's a little bit of a master control room. It might be temporary. I don't know if I'm going to keep the master control room, and probably certainly I'm not going to keep it here. But right here by the entrance, I have included a little thing here. And using the camera mod, I've just taken pictures of where each of the doors are, right? So that's the hallway that leads to the elevator, kind of where we are right now. So we know where that door is. And then there's this lever that's associated with it. So Flipping the lever, we can go to that door, since we know that that's the one that it's linked to, and we'll see that this door is now closed. So the same is true for the rest of them. They are all linked up to various doors with pictures kind of showing you where they're going to be linked up to. So we got, this is the room through that door, and then this door is the one that has the room on the inside with the ceiling that opens. This is a picture from the inside with the ceiling sealed, so you can't even tell that there's a door in it, which I think is really cool. And then we have this door, which is across the hallway here. And this door is an AND gate door, which basically means you need to flip 2 switches to open this door. So that's why we have this, right? So if we power this off, we'll see the door should close. There it goes. It's closing right now, which is fantastic. Working like a charm. And then if we break this out, and so we're only powering one of the 2, the door will remain closed. You have to power both sides for the door to open. So that's a big part of the puzzle, right? Half the dungeon is doing the first switch, the second half is figuring out the second switch, and then there's the final part of the dungeon, which is through that door there. Now, I recognize that this is a lot of talking and not a lot of action, but again, still not feeling super hot. I'm gonna get a hold of Kaffers, and so by the next episode, guys, hopefully we'll start seeing a lot of decorations being done and completed for this. So by the time you get to the next episode, there might be a lot to tackle right away, because I want to get this done. Like, I'm not a big fan of this ceiling. It was mostly here to help me like retain shape and whatnot. We're gonna tear this apart. We're gonna start adding in things. This place, you see the water here. Like, this place is gonna be kind of flooded, and so we're gonna do a lot of mossy stuff, broken down things. It's gonna be lots of parkouring and then climbing up ladders and stuff. So this room by itself is a big puzzle room. This is the big central room, and then you go through the left wing, or I guess the right wing, is orientation. The right wing activates your ability to get to the left wing together with the right wing. They will unlock both of the switches that will open the door, and then we'll have something final in there. And I'm still not sure what we're gonna do. I'm kind of thinking we might we have these little lasso things, right? So I'm thinking we might capture, say, a dragon, and then send people in to fight that as the boss. Just a simple stage 3 dragon. Not the most terrifying thing, but it will be extra difficult in this particular dungeon, because I'm not going to let players come in with their own gear. They're going to find gear as they go through it. So that's what's going to make the dragon so much harder. And I think it'll be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're excited for the next episode. It might be a little while to come out. It's going to be, hopefully, a lot of work's going to get done, and hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better by then. So it'll be a while. It'll be a while. That's the point of this video, is to basically tell you it's going to be a little while while I lay in bed and recover. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.